This no-bake chocolate coffee pudding cake is an experiment, but I think it's going to turn out really, really well. I'm not sure if you saw my vanilla cookie pudding cake recipe video that I uploaded fairly recently. That video recipe was also an experiment. It was based on the Argentine recipe flan con vainillas, or flan with ladyfinger cookies inside. So I thought about doing something more Americanized. It was layers of cookies with pudding, and it was absolutely delicious. Seems like it was very popular. So I said, I wonder if I could do something like that with chocolate. So here I'm starting off with some chocolate sandwich cookies. You could use Oreos or some other brand. And this time I'm going to use chocolate pudding. So I have 2 cups of cold whole milk, and to that I'm going to add 1 small packet of chocolate cook and serve pudding. Honestly, I think you could use instant, but since I'm going to put the pudding over the cookies, I think the fact that the pudding is going to be warm is going to help it melt into the cookie a little bit. And the box of pudding is 3.4 ounces. The directions say to mix it into cold milk, so that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to turn on the heat onto medium, gas mark 3 out of 6, and I am going to bring it to a boil. I am going to make this pudding semi-homemade, doctored up. I am going to add probably, I think, 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, along with 1 teaspoon of instant coffee. That way I think it'll give it even more of a chocolate flavor, and it will also give it that coffee flavor. So once I get this pudding going, I will bring you back. After a few minutes on medium heat, the cook and serve pudding powder dissolved completely into the milk. I tasted it and it's good, but I'm going to add a little bit more cocoa powder. I'm going to add a teaspoon. Just because I really like dark chocolate. I really like that intense chocolate flavor, so I'm going to add another teaspoon. And I got the stovetop dirty, of course. After about 7 minutes on medium heat, 3 out of 6, it's now ready. It's starting to boil. I tasted it, and it's definitely more of an intense chocolate flavor than before I added the teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. I think you can even tell just by looking at it, it's darker. Although it is good as is, I'm still going to add some coffee. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of this instant coffee powder. I'm adding the coffee because when I make choco torta, the no-bake cake from Argentina, for which I use Oreos instead of the classic Chocolinas cookies, I dunk the cookies into coffee, and I really like how the bitterness of the coffee helps to balance out the sweetness of the Oreos. You could just use chocolate milk, which a lot of people do in Argentina. They don't like coffee, but honestly I like that bitterness of the coffee. I'm going to give this a taste, and I think the bitterness of the coffee that's in the choco torta will play out nicely in this pudding cake. Let's see how it tastes. Good. I like coffee, so I like it. If you don't like coffee, then you can definitely leave it out, because it's definitely good on its own just with that extra teaspoon of chocolate. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it on low heat, and I'm going to add half of an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. This time I'm using Neuchâtel cheese. I almost forgot, I'm going to try to break it up slightly so that it blends into the pudding a little bit more easily. There. Actually, I'll add that into the second batch. Now I'm over here again. Now I'm just going to, while it's on very low heat, actually I'm going to turn it up to almost medium. It's going to work this cream cheese, and actually this time Neuchâtel cheese, into the pudding, that it melts. And once it melts, I'm going to pour it over the cookies. I just turned off the heat and kept stirring to incorporate the cream cheese. And it's pretty well combined now, not as lumpy as a regular cream cheese. So Neuchâtel cheese might be my new go-to. Now that the heat is off, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of vanilla. You want to add your vanilla after the heat is off because the vanilla has alcohol that will burn off. Once again, the coffee is not a requirement. If it's not your thing, then I think it'll be fine just as being chocolate. And I think the tartness of the cream cheese added something to the coffee chocolate mixture. Now that I added the vanilla, I'm going to try it again. Good. And now I'm going to take this, I'm going to pour it over my mixture, or excuse me, the first layer of cookies. I know in the last video I said that I would put a layer of pudding down on the bottom first and then put in the cookies. But I thought about it and I actually liked the extra bit of crunch on the bottom. So honestly, I'll just do what I did last time. I'm going to scrape this and smooth this out. Then I'm going to put some water in this pot to clean out the pudding. Then I'm going to make another batch of pudding. But before that I need to add in the next layer of cookies. So I'll scrape this, spread it out, and bring you back. I just finished spreading out the first layer of pudding. So now I'm going to put on the second layer of cookies. Then, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to scrape the pot to get some more of the pudding. And then I'm going to fill it with hot water so that it can be cleaned. And then I'm going to make the second batch of pudding. I tasted it, and the longer that it sits, the more I like it. I feel like just over the last few minutes, the coffee flavor has kind of mellowed out and it's become not quite as bitter. All the flavors are coming together, and I think that this is going to be really, really good. So now I'm going to scrape this so that I can enjoy it, and I'm going to clean it out, then make the second batch. My second batch of pudding is now ready. Just to go over the ingredients again, 2 cups of cold milk, into which I mix the 1 box of 3.4 ounces of chocolate quick and serve pudding. In order to doctor it up, I added 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. So not the cocoa powder, not the chocolate powder you add to milk to make chocolate milk. This is the chocolate powder that has no sugar in it to make chocolate cakes and things like that. Half a teaspoon of instant coffee. And now that everything is incorporated and it's brought to a boil on medium heat, I'm going to add the cream cheese, half of an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Just like before, I'm going to turn this down to low. I'm going to cut the cream cheese into smaller pieces so that it incorporates. And please be careful, do not cut the cream cheese in your hand, because if the knife goes through. Now I'm ready to add the vanilla. The cream cheese, or in my case Neuchâtel cheese, is completely blended into the chocolate pudding. I have been stirring now that the heat has been off for probably another minute. So when I add the vanilla, the alcohol will not burn off. Stir that in. And one thing I did want to point out about the pudding that's already hardened is that I feel like it got darker as it hardened. And I think that's going to look nice with the Oreos. It's going to really tell you when you look at it, this is a dark, thick, rich chocolate coffee cake. Now I was concerned that adding the cream cheese would throw off the color, but I guess not, once it hardens. It's literally over the cookies, like that. Thick, rich chocolate coffee pudding. And honestly, one day soon I'm probably going to show you how to make homemade pudding. I really like vanilla pudding, but I'm sure I'll do chocolate. Maybe a chocolate coffee pudding as well. We'll see. It's interesting how one recipe can lead to another. So once this is all scraped out, I'm going to just take my spoon and smooth it out over the top. Actually, I'm going to use my small spoon to do that. And then I'm going to let this cool down on the counter for maybe 15 minutes. And then I'm going to put it into the refrigerator for at least 3 hours. And then I'm going to dig into it. It definitely needs time for that hot pudding to thicken up, and as it makes contact with the cookies, it's going to soften the outer layer of the cookies a little bit. So just like with the vanilla pudding cookie cake, I think it's going to have a good contrast in not only flavors but also textures. So I'll scrape this, add it in, smooth it out, then let it cool down a little bit, then I'll cover it and put it in the refrigerator. This chocolate coffee no bake pudding cookie cake has now been in the refrigerator for almost 3.5 hours, so I'm going to dig in. Even though I did let it cool off a bit before I put it into the refrigerator, I should probably have let it cool down more, because as you will see, there is some condensation from steam. Honestly, you can see a little bit of water around here. I think it'll be okay, but I think the cookies would probably be a little bit crisper and the texture would be a little bit better if more of the moisture had evaporated, if more of the water had escaped before I put the lid on and before I put it in the refrigerator. So that's something to take into consideration. But honestly, I think it'll be fine. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take 2 cookies. I'm going to crumble them and sprinkle them on top. Then I'm going to slice into this no-bake chocolate coffee pudding cake. I am excited. I'm sure this will be absolutely incredible. Now it's time to serve my chocolate coffee no bake icebox pudding cake. I'm excited to try this. Maybe not quite as nicely cut as I would have liked, but that's okay. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm sure it's delicious though. I'm going to take some pictures and I'm going to try it. Now I'm going to try my chocolate coffee no bake cookie pudding cake. Let's see how this tastes. Focus it in a little bit more so you can see it. There's the slice of cake, the bite. It's good. A little cookie. Definitely very chocolatey. I can taste the coffee, but not as much as when I first made it. So even if you don't like coffee, I think you'd like it. I think the coffee helps to balance out the sweetness a little bit. But even without the coffee, just with the extra cocoa powder that I added, I think it would be okay. Honestly, I think another hour or so, it would be a little bit better. Maybe more like 4 hours. I'm gonna say I like the vanilla better, but if you like chocolate, you'll like this. The combination of textures and flavors is very good. I taste the tartness of the Neuchâtel cheese, my low-fat cream cheese, but it's really mostly just a chocolate pudding cake. It reminds me of a dirt cup. So if you like dirt cups and you want a cake, this is your go-to. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you try this. See you next time. Bye.